All right, students, this morning I'm going to show you how to do the pair cam from Unit 4, Activity 4.2, Problem 4. Now notice the geometry that we have. We have two circles, a big one and a little one, and then we have lines to those circles. And you might have thought that you would draw a line and an arc, but that's not the way we're going to do it because we have the diameter here. We can also get, actually that shows the radius, not the diameter. So, first step in creating a new one is that I want to go to the new button, and when I click the new button, I get the choice of metric and English, which I want every time. If I go right here to part, it's going to put it in whatever you used last. So if the last thing you did was metric, it's going to make it metric, and if the last thing you did was English. So if you want to be sure what you're getting in before you open it, do that. Standard IPT, I just double clicked. I did not have to hit the create button. The first thing you want to do after you create this is save it where you want it to go. That way, at the end of class, if you're in a rush, you close it out and say, yes, save it, and you know it's going to the right place. Save as, and I want you to go into the data drive where you are going to create a folder. This is the create folder button right there. And you're going to create a folder, and it's going to be your class period and your last name. Then you double click it to make sure it goes in that folder, and you're going to name it. This is 4.2 problem 4. So we're going to name it Lowry 4-2-4. That way everything will be really easy to find exactly what you want when you need it. So I'm going to go, it's highlighted, I don't have to backspace, Lowry 4-2, 2-4. Save. Yes, I want it in that location. Now, I don't have to worry about it. When I hit the save button, I know exactly where it's going to go. We do start a 2D sketch. We select our plane, and what we're going to do is we're going to draw two circles and not worry too much about where they're aligned or how they're aligned. So, I know my bigger circle, and while, again, I told you that the default in Inventor is supposed to be diameter, this is clearly showing the radius and not the diameter. And our radius is 1.25. Whoa, zoom. Okay, I need another circle, so I don't even have to turn off the tool, right? So I'm going to just put it roughly there, and it is supposed to be 0.5. All right, now I am just making a rough little drawing, so I'm going to take a line, and I'm going to go ahead and put a line here and here. Oh, excuse me, escape, Control Z. I need to put in the dimension of the distances between, and let's see, of this distance between the centers of the two circles. And that's what that point is the center of that circle. So that is 1.75. So I click on dimension. I click here and release. Click here and release. Pull it out, put it where I want it. Click. And it is 1.75. There we go. We're going to worry about this alignment in a little bit. And our next step is to put a line here, 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 here. And we're going to fix these lines. We're going to make them all pretty. So now I'm going to add some constraints, and the first one is going to be a tangent geometric constraint. You'll notice here that it takes the line. When you do it, it opens up and shows you, and it makes the line tangent to the circle. So I'm going to click that one, and then I click here on the line, here on the circle, here on the line, here on the circle, here on the line, here on the circle. Did you see it moved that one? Here on the line, here on the circle. So it goes ahead and changes sketch constraint. Constraint already exists. Cancel. Okay, so apparently I clicked something wacky. No, it doesn't like that. Well, you should have to click that 4 times, and it tells me that that constraint already exists. So you know what? I am going to believe it, and it looks right, and I'm going to let that go. But you're supposed to have to click it one more time and add one more right here and right here. And you yourself can see what happens. It says it already exists, so I hit cancel. Now we can both see, all of us see, that these are not lined up correctly. So I'm going to add a vertical constraint to this. And I'm going to click the center point and click the center point, and there they go. They line up perfectly. Okay, so now I'm going to trim out this center area to clean it up a little bit. So I click the trim button up here, and I click here, and it turns dotted because it knows that they're touching, and here, and here, and my nice clean pear shape. All right, now we need the little rectangle feature right there, and it's 0.125 by 0.125. It's actually a square. So we're going to go here and we're going to choose rectangle, but we want to choose a 2-point center because we click from the center for that rectangle. If we hold down the shift key, it's going to perfectly constrain it. So I click the center, pull out. After I click the center, I don't have to hold the mouse button down, I just pull out. And I don't ever click because now I'm going to put in that measurement, 0.125, and then I'm going to hit tab, which takes me to the next box, 0.125, enter. And it was just that easy to make our nice little square. Now I want you to notice that these, we really should be right-clicking and going OK, that it's finished. And notice that it does change whenever we do that. So we are on to our extrusion. Now, what is our next step? Before we extrude, we can't extrude yet. We have to go finish sketch. Now, we've finished the sketch. We go over here and hit the extrude button. I want to do this drop down because it's confused. Whenever you get this and it doesn't automatically select a face for you, because it could be this little square or it could be the pear. Now obviously we want the pear, so all we have to do is click on it, and then we know that instead of 1 inch, it's supposed to be 0.125. There we go, and you have just made a pear cam, and it is beautiful, and it is according to measurements. So congratulations, we are on our way.